jingle bell rock, a jingle bell. Hey everybody. How about this? It's got the Charlie Brown look and the Christmas pickle. I'm BJ and welcome to day 6 of opening up the Jenny box. Are you ready? Because I know I am. Let's do it. All right, let's get this dude over here. See what we got here. Isn't this cool? This is beautiful. All right, stand by everybody. All right, day 6, here it is. All right. All right, let's open this dude up and see what day 6 brings us. You want? All right. It is the word of the day pillow pattern. Nice. Oh, and look at this. This is cool. Bunch of stencils. So you can make your, that's awesome. See how that's all going to tie together there with the pattern. And you've got your stencils and then your fusible. So light fusible. Isn't that cool? All this stuff's in there. Day 6 in the Jenny box. It's beautiful. We'll just set this over here because this will go over to Courtney, Jenny's favorite little elf, and she'll make a tutorial and you guys will figure it out. It's real easy. All right. I'm going to take my tree. You guys have a great Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from the Missouri Star Quilt Company.
Hi everybody, it's Courtney with Missouri Star Quilt Company. We are getting ready for another Jenny box project. Thank you, BJ, for handing me the next goodie here. Included in your package were these great letters. You can use them for so many things, and they're made out of plastic, so they'll last forever. So you got those. You also received some So Light fusible adhesive. And of course, we gave you the pattern, and we're going to turn all of this into these beautiful pillows. And I will give you a few tips and tricks on how to do that. Let me grab my supplies and I'll see you soon. All right, so I pulled out my fusible web. Now, when you go to trace your letters, remember you have to do them backwards. So a lot of the letters, it doesn't matter, an E, an O. But in this case, I've got a K and I need to put that onto the paper side of the fusible web with the K backwards. Then I would trace around it. Then when you cut out your letters, you want to make sure to give yourself some room. Do not cut it on the line. It'll be much easier to cut your fabric out if you have this little bit of room around your letter. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is if you are using a light colored letter and you don't want the fabric that is going to be behind it, if it's a brighter fabric, if you don't want to see that through your letter, you might want to use another piece of fusible web, iron 2 pieces of your letter fabric together. And that'll make it a little bit more non-see-through, I guess. So then you won't see so much of the shadowing coming back through your letter, okay? In this case, I didn't because I'm just showing you guys, but I would probably double layer my white. Okay, so let's go ahead and iron this. You want to use a dry iron. I never put water in my irons. I've had too many times when I'm ironing a light fabric. It never happens on black, but I'm ironing a white fabric and then it spits brown stuff all over your fabric, so I never put it in there. So I'm just going to cut these out. Now's the time you cut it right on the line. These would be fun if you have a bench in your entryway or something. You could do your last name or someone's last name on a bench pillow. That'd be fun. Or for a bed. You could do whatever you want. And then when you're ready to iron it on, I just bend back the corner of that, one of the corners, and then your paper's here, and then the shiny side is where your fusible web is. Okay, and that's ready to iron on. So crumb piecing. Let's talk about crumb piecing a little bit. Jenny and Misty and Natalie, I'll have tutorials on crumb piecing, so you can find those, but I will give you a quick tip here. Don't be afraid of doing it. I am very square as opposed to letting myself play, but I find myself, once I make myself play, I really enjoy it. So if you've never crumb pieced before, give it a shot. You could always turn it into a pin cushion if you don't want it to get very big, but it is fun. On these bigger pillows, don't be intimidated by their bigger size either, because what you can do is you can crumb piece 5-inch blocks, 6-inch blocks, 7-inch blocks, and then sew those blocks together to make are your big long pillow. So don't think you have to crumb piece one big 17 by 37 piece of fabric. Just do small pieces and put them together, okay? So I just, in the pattern, it says to cut, I cut these out of a charm square, so I just cut a 2.5 inch piece by 5 and like a 2.5 by something, that might be 3 inches. I'm gonna sew those together. Okay. And I just kind of press with my finger at this point. Then look at this, I'm not even going to use a roller. And then I'm going to lay this right sides together. And the other good thing about crumb piecing is your seam allowance doesn't matter. And I usually just press the seam towards the one piece that I just sewed. Totally doesn't matter, but that's just the way I do it. So in this case, maybe I want to do that. And then I grab another piece of fabric, whatever I want. And I might leave this size and just kind of lay it on there. Does it waste a little more fabric? Maybe. But if you've got a bunch of scraps laying around that you're like, I'm not going to do anything with that, crumb piece with it. All right, and just start going. So maybe from here, maybe I'm going to do this. And maybe I want to put a piece on this side. Maybe I want to go across the bottom. Just have fun. Let yourself be free, create, make whatever you like. So once you get your size of your crumb piecing, the size you need, go ahead and quilt it. And we quilted it first, and then we added our letters. Carol did such a beautiful job of doing some, she used monofilament thread, which is clear thread, and she top stitched around all the edges of the letters. You could use the monofilament, you could use, we could have used a red there, any color you want really, it's totally up to you. You can have so much fun with these pillows. We did finished ours with an envelope back, so we like using envelope backs. It's easy to transition pillows in and out when we need them for different things. I like being able to take my pillows out easily and washing everything, but it's totally up to you. You can just do front to back and leave a hole and stuff polyfill in it if you don't have access to pillow forms. So it's totally up to you. But I would love to see some pictures of pillows that you make. I hope you enjoy this project and I hope you have a happy holiday.